show. Step off.
Come on, won't you say it loud? Ayo, we gon' turn this out. Tom Clark's main event. Dropkick now and powerbomb. Ayo, bro, let's bring this on. Hey, hey, what is up? Oh, captain, my captain, show the stuff. Power slammer, suplex 2. Hot bitches just for you. Big breaker, cut a cold red. Figure 4, hot times ahead. Since 2014, it's on. It's a 10 count, but stand up strong. Hey kid, no DQ, strong style. Chop, this is how it do. Tom Clark's main event. Tom Clark's main event. Tom Clark's main event. Tom Clark's main event.
Hey, what is up, kids? Welcome back to the program. Tom Clark's main event. Back here yet again on another Friday. This is episode number 367. Welcome back to the show. If you've never tuned in before, hi, I'm Tom. What's up? This is my podcast going strong since 2014. And hopefully you've been following along for the whole ride. I know I've been here. No days off. That's what they call me. They call me other stuff too. We don't have to get into it. So let's get the ticker ticking. Hope everyone out there is having a great week. I have a hard out at 5 o'clock my time. Hard out. So we got a whole show to preview here today, and then 5 o'clock, I'm out. Well, 5:01, I'm out, give or take. But yeah, I got things to do, places to go, so I got to be sure I'm off this here little show at 5 o'clock my time today. So we're going to get to some hellos here shortly. If you will, kids, please smash the like button. And as folks tend to start to come in here today, smash the like button for me and share this to your feed, if you will. Let's go ahead and bring on our guest. You know him from Dammit, Vacant. You also know him from Hallmark of Greatness and Two Nations Under Ted, a Ted Lasso podcast. Please welcome back to the show, Mr. Joe Higgens.
Hello.
What's up, Joe? How are you, man?
God, wow, I didn't realize I was involved in so much nonsense. Yes.
That's all I entertain is nonsense. Are you kidding?
Oh, I know. No, it's lovely to see you, Tom. I've not seen you in ages. Ever since we stopped doing Ted Lasso, it's difficult to meet up and stuff. But yeah, no, lovely to be here. We're gonna give our predictions for what I'm looking at as one of the best on paper AEW pay-per-views we've had in a very long while.
I could not agree more. I think this thing is going to be huge. I'm very much looking forward to it. We're talking about AEW Revolution here, kids. And it's going to be I was on Peaches and Powerbomb's tailgate party yesterday, so shout out to that crew for having me. And we reviewed or previewed the card. And there's some real gems of matches on this show, Joe, for sure. Let's see, David Down Under's here. Good to see you, my friend. Robbie's here as well. Ray All Day is here. Good to see you guys, and hopefully more people will pile in. Fridays is a tough day to podcast, as we have said numerous times here. But we press on. It'll be all fine. It'll be all good. So let's get into this. Eric Jackson's here. What's up, my friend? Good to see you. Folks, as you're coming in today, just to let you know what we are doing, we are going to preview AEW Revolution. And Joe, before we get started here, really, really quick, let's take a temperature gauge. AEW's programming over the past 2-3 weeks has really been getting better. I think,
yes.
Dynamite's been very heavily debated about the quality of that show and how it's dipped. What do you think right now at this moment in time you perceive that company to be? What do you think?
I'd say about a month or so ago, I was kind of like, the Death Riders thing isn't working for me. There's only certain things that are keeping me watching it. I didn't have that I must wake up in the morning and watch it immediately that I used to get with AEW. It was like, I'll put it on when I'm washing up or whatever. It's something in the background. It's background noise. Over the past couple of weeks, especially in the run up to Revolution, this has been some of the best stuff I've seen in a very long time. The Death Rider stuff is still not great for me and everything, but the Mariah May stuff, Brody King getting a shot at things, all these things, and there's stuff happening in the background that's not even on this card yet. There's the stories that are being told but don't have to be. It's at the moment a 9-match card.
Yes.
So I mean that's a small card for an AEW pay-per-view.
It
we
is.
still got tomorrow, so stuff can still be added. But
sure.
Like I said, everything on this card is yep. Everything is great on there. Even the stuff that I'm like, Hurt Syndicate against the Outrunners. Outrunners are going to die, but it's still going to be tremendous fun.
It will be fun. Yeah.
Because I love the Outrunners and I genuinely want them to win, but they're not going to. But
No.
it just feels like a really good callback to like early AEW when the cards, like the Revolution cards, were absolutely stacked to the gills, and this is exactly like that. And someone texted me before and said, like, is Revolution that like AEW's Mania? And I'm like, it's kind of normally been like the end of all the big stories and the reset for the new year.
True.
And bang, this is what we've got here.
That's a good call. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this, man. We reviewed this show yesterday, or previewed. I keep on saying reviewed. My God, previewed this show yesterday, and the only weak match I see is probably what's going to be the dark match. And that's not because of it. It's just I don't get this big boom stuff.
No,
Look,
me neither. But
they're successful on social media. Good for them, but I don't know.
It's for the kids, you know.
Sure.
It's we'll put this on because it's free. Oh, there's that man that I know who reviews cookies. I don't know what he does.
I don't know. I don't know, honestly.
Again, old men don't understand things. This is the. But he's with Orange Cassidy. He's with Mark Briscoe, and they're against Johnny TV and MXM. Like, it's just going to be a match full of antics. It's just going to be good fun. Like,
yeah,
I get it. It makes sense. I don't know Big Boom. The match he had with QT Marshall, he worked on a broken foot. He broke his foot earlier in the day and still worked on it. So I'm like, fair play to the boy, because I'd have gone home. But
yeah.
I need to do the match because people may have come to see just me, and I don't want to disappoint them. And I'm like, the boy gets it. He gets what they're trying to do, right? And it puts bums on seats. It puts eyes on the product, and it increases buy-in possibly. I still don't understand what he's famous for, but that's just old men problems.
Same, yeah. Well, if nothing else, like you said, Mark Briscoe's in the match, and MXM Collection
gonna feast in this.
MXM Collection deserves a freaking Oscar every time they're on the screen.
We're gonna get Mark Briscoe and MXM doing a walk-off. Like, it's just gonna be silly. It's just gonna be silly, good nonsense because we're gonna see some absolute murders later on. So you've got to set the tone light and then peaks and troughs, isn't it? Yeah.
Did you see the Jericho Cruise Ring of Honor edition where MXM were out there and Mansoor was in Speedo? It is the best thing I've ever seen. So
again,
good.
If you haven't seen it, Mystery Wrestling when MXN showed up and had an invisible dog. It's just brilliant stuff. Yeah.
It's so ridiculous. I'm here for it.
But
I'm here for it. Yeah. So
comedy wrestling is wrestling.
Comedy wrestling is wrestling. I don't know if I personally want a whole card of it, but if there's 6 matches and 2 or 3 of them are funny, I can live with that. It's just when it dominates, I'm like, I think I'm done.
Mystery Wrestling's stick now is there's half silly and half bangers. Like Stu Grayson against Michael Oku on the last one was absolutely insane. Absolutely brilliant match.
That sounds great.
They had Stu Grayson against Gabe Kidd
on
the last one. And it's just, they kind of put Stu in everything that's serious because it's Stu. But they can put on really good matches, but then they also do, a man who doesn't believe birds are real and Bigfoot having a fight and stuff. Horses for course. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about AEW.
That's right. So the first series, well, I'm not going to say who knows where this will be in the card. Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher in a steel cage, no less. This thing, I don't know what you think, but I said yesterday on the other show that if Fletcher were to win this, then you're going to tell me that of the 3 matches, Fletcher was a better man 2 out of 3. Then you better strap that rocket to him after that win. But I personally think Ospreay's winning this. What do you think?
See, when I did my predictions, I was quite deep in my cups, shall I say? And I put Fletcher to win just because I think there's a bigger story to be told here with Fletcher and Davis and like the mark, and Ospreay isn't afraid to lose. It's that great thing of this match could go either way and both ways would make perfect sense.
Yeah, I don't think there's a wrong way here, honestly.
A lot of these matches are really difficult to call because either way, the story can progress in a logical way.
It's true.
Which is really, I've said a lot, like my brain is so conditioned to sort of WWE programming where you're being railroaded in one direction.
Yeah, yeah.
And they've changed a bit now, and it's way more open and good. But this AEW card, apart from one of them, could go either way, and it would all make sense. But I've written Fletcher, so I have to stick with Fletcher. I can't go back on it.
Yeah,
even though I think that Ospreay probably wins, but also they're in a steel cage, so it's Ospreay to keep the Don Callis family out. But obviously, how hard is it to cut a lock off and Ospreay? Well, it's
And also one of these guys, if not both of them, are going to come off top of that cage, backwards, flipping 3 times, leg tucked behind their head like Spider-Man. I mean, it's going to be, just be careful, guys. Just please be careful.
Oh, yes. No one's, but I've got a feeling, it's just going to be, again, just a brutal affair. Like, no love lost, especially after this week's Dynamite. I don't know. I don't know if this Wikipedia list is the correct running order, but if they open with that,
setting the tone, I wouldn't want to follow that. Are you kidding?
I mean, but then if we're looking into what comes next,
according to this, kids, is Kazuchika Okada versus Brody King for the AEW Continental Championship. Holy Lord. I can't say enough good things about Brody. I loved Brody when he was in the original Ring of Honor before AEW bought it with Villain Enterprises. This guy is freaking phenomenal. And Okada is Okada. He can do no wrong, in my opinion. So.
Yeah. We got kind of a weird preview of this on Dynamite with Okada and Ricochet and Brody and Swerve. God, my brain went then. Sorry. And I didn't think that Brody and Okada would have such really good chemistry between them, because Brody King is a fridge with a beard. He's just a massive giant wall of meat. And Okada's not tiny either. But I have really high hopes for this as well, because the little bits we saw of them in the ring together in that tag match were really good. Brody King said, I think the commentary said, it's Brody King's one of the matches he's a match he's wanted all his life.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, he's a card already, but I as much as it pains me, I don't see Brody winning this, because I think we're going to get Okada and Omega down the line to unify these belts.
I think everyone thinks that, and I think that's true. Brody's going to give him a great match. Brody will absolutely, and for a guy his size, I don't see Brody telling anybody no. I mean, not that anybody's proposed anything weird to do with him in the ring, but he just seems to be like, hey, I'm down. You want me to do a flip? I'll do a flip. I don't care. You know what I mean?
A giant, agile man.
Yeah, he is.
And it's one of them. I like the fact that they've set both Brody and Buddy not as a tag team, as singles wrestlers with the Hounds of Hell thing. So we're not tied into doing the trios thing or the tag team thing. They can go off and do their own thing, but they've still got a stable behind them. Yeah, and it's rare that you get that in wrestling. And I'd be over the moon if Brody won this, but I just don't see it, because it's setting up for Omega and Okada.
And plus, Okada hasn't been pinned in a one-on-one since Danielson.
Yeah.
And that's before Okada even signed with the company.
I think we're going to get Brody beating the absolute snot out of him. Yeah. And then Okada's just hitting one Rainmaker. And
yeah. He'll slide it in and then be hugging the belt going up the ramp doing this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with that.
Sure.
But but belts on Brody soon, please. Make a giant men belt.
Yeah, something big. Cover his abdomen there. Yeah, give him something. It's gonna be a banger. I can't wait for it. Let's talk about MJF versus Hangman Adam Page. 2 weeks ago, I think most of us were going, all right, I've had enough. You're either on this side or you're on that side. What is this Chris Daniels nonsense? Just figure this out. And suddenly Hangman is the hero again, and it's fine. We'll see how long it lasts. I don't have any idea.
Is he? Like,
I don't know. It's that company, man.
The waters are so muddied now.
Yeah.
Like, everyone fighting to be the main character in their own stories is a tremendous thing.
Yeah.
This week's thing where MJF's trying to set him on fire and that, like, that's fun. I'm always a fan of people being set on fire.
I'm here for that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, any day of the week, you know.
Sure.
But this also kind of feeds into the, you know, Hangman did nothing wrong, and that feeds into the swerve match later on, because that ain't over. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So it's, I want Hangman to win this to prove to MJF that, like, yeah.
Fernando says this is a trilogy
feud. Yeah, okay. Okay. Also, he's not really lasered off his tattoo either.
Well, I just these one and done, and no titles are here, but these one and done title defenses that go nowhere, and these one and done feuds. Like I wouldn't mind a 3-match series here, man.
No, and again, MJF's got nothing really else to do.
No.
They tried putting him with Jeff Jarrett, and that was painful.
Yeah.
But I can see MJF winning this. And then it gives Hangman legitimate rage to fight back. Like it's one of them. It's either way it goes. There is story that can be told from after it. And it's rare as hen's teeth. Like, yeah,
well, it's true. Moving right along here, kids. We've got the Hurt Syndicate, as we said earlier, versus the Outrunners. Look, I'm going to use the word competitive, and I know people are going to probably balk at that, but I need this to not be devastation. I need this to be, because the Outrunners, not for nothing, are not small guys. They're not cruiserweights. So, I mean, I don't need this to be devastation, Joe. I need this to be competitive to some degree, honestly.
Yeah, I think it will be. My only fear is that the Murder Machines get involved somehow, and then that's going to taint the whole thing with the stink. But yeah, no, I like they've presented the Hurt Syndicate as these untouchable monsters, and that's fine. But also, it's the Outrunners. They're the youngest men alive.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how you measure that metric, but
it's
probably with
not
a trundle wheel.
It's immeasurable. That's the key.
Okay, but no, 100. I love the Outrunners. I
too.
Absolutely love them. The promo bit last week where was it Turbo Floyd? If you're anything like me, and I am, I was like, that's just a brilliant line.
It's great.
That's a Groucho Marx line. Like
it is.
Really is so good.
Yeah,
and they get it. Like they know that it's But I hope we get at least like 10 minutes on this. I hope we get like Hurt Syndicate dominating. They tag Turbo Floyd in. He's fighting from underneath. You know, that kind of thing. They're not winning. They're not winning. No. My heart has written Outrunners to win, but I know deep down in my brain. No, Fernando, you're wrong.
Don't need to squash them. There's no
don't
point
need to squash the Outrunners. They've got so much momentum. Everyone loves them. I love them.
I love them. Hey, Sandy in Germany, what's up?
And yeah, but the Hurt Syndicate are going to win, and I think at the end of it we might get the Murder Machines coming down and squaring off against them. But I don't know. But yeah, the Hurt Syndicate are defo winning, and it makes me sad because. But also, we're going to get an Outrunners pay-per-view intro, and that excites me more than anything else in the world.
Oh my god! That filter they put and they wash the color out when they come down the ramp.
On all the audio, slightly really tinny. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
It's absolutely tremendous stuff, and I love it.
I know I told you and Jay about this. I think this it's 2 or 3 months since they were on Jericho's pod, but Jericho, to his credit, is completely on board. When he interviewed them, he's like, "So I understand you guys were trained in the '70s." They're like, "Yeah, brother, let me tell you." And Jericho's like, "Oh, so you won 9 titles in a row, okay?" And just like that, and it's seamless, and it's all ridiculous. You know what I mean?
As much as I don't like Jericho, I listened to that podcast and I laughed my ass off.
There you go. Yeah, it's really good
because they just get it's a really good bit that no one's really done, of just like huge muscly wrestlers from the steroid boys from the 80s
Yeah.
being transported through time? Question
Yeah.
mark. I don't know what the stick is with it, to be honest.
That's a good call. Has anyone else? I don't think anyone else has done this. Not that I know of on the main stage. No.
I remember seeing them on like a Rampage or something, getting absolutely murdered by someone, and I'm like, Turbo Floyd, Truth Magnum, 100% on board.
Yes.
Like, straight out the gate. Yeah.
Who was it that was doing the 90s bombshell thing, and it was supposed to be that? Who was it? Remember, like, she was overtly sexy, and you're like, oh, I get what she's doing. She's doing a throwback to the 90s sort of.
Where was this?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think it was.
Anyone out there? No.
Was it? What's his name's wife in WWE? Oh, I can't remember his name. It'll come to me.
That's right.
Maybe.
We'll circle back.
Yeah. Similar to that, but I don't think that caught on at all the way the Outrunners are catching on here. So we've got to.
Horrible.
What's that?
The 90s were horrible.
90s are horrible. Who wants to replicate that crap?
I mean, the 80s were horrible, but
I lived through it. It was not.
Yeah, it was not fun. No.
No. But if we're going to make fun of something, let's do that.
Especially in Britain. But you had Reaganomics. We had Thatcher, mate. Come on.
Yeah.
But I think it's that far away in time now that it becomes
cool again. Yeah, there you go. Yep. The first ladies match of the night, Mercedes Moné, who I submit is the best female worker in the business right now. It's my opinion. Versus Momo Watanabe for the AEW TBS Championship. I think this is going to be great. I think every time Mercedes gets in the ring, she proves herself, and she proves that the other company screwed up. And dude, I don't know, the couple of matches that haven't been great that she's been in this company were not because of her. So, what do you think about it?
I have very high hopes for this. Again, we so rarely get to see Mercedes actually like put on a proper match, because it's only ever at pay-per-views. Really, it seems to be, or we get a squash on a random episode or something. But it's one of them with this. It's like I kind of want Momo to win to take the TBS belt off Mercedes so she can get involved in the women's championship.
Ooh.
But she's also got 3 other belts there, so that ain't happening, is it? So she's defo winning this. Like this is absolutely gonna. I mean, I'm expecting violence on Mercedes Moné never seen before levels.
Oh wow,
Momo's a maniac, isn't she?
Oh, there you go. Cool. That's great perspective, man. I hope so. It'll be different because we'll have other sorts of violence here, but all
the flavors, the 7 food groups of violence.
Of course. It's like a 7-layer dip. It's a delicious, dastardly, deadly 7-layer dip. 7-layer dip.
I still don't understand.
I love Mercedes, man. I'm telling you right now. I don't. Things happen. People move on to one company or the other, but yeah, she is. I love that. Yeah, I love that. No matter what happened, she never lost her stride. Like, remember they brought her in. Of course, she's face. Then it's like, oh, she's doing a WWE stick. I don't like this. No. She kept doing it. Nope. And she's like, I don't care. I'm not going to stop. And it's still working. So kudos to her, man.
I don't really think she's running face.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm saying she hasn't changed anything. Like, she could have dialed it back. She could have been not as out there. But no.
Mercedes is always best as a heel.
For sure. Yeah.
Because she just is. It's for everyone I've ever spoken to that's ever been wrestling, it's the easiest angle to work because you can just be a jerk to everyone. Whereas,
Yeah, and plus the idea of this character fighting from behind. Yeah, but now she's a bona fide, she's appeared in the Star Wars universe, she's getting acting work, she's known outside of pro wrestling. We know she's successful in making good money. I can't believe she's fighting from behind now. It's not believable. You know what I mean?
No, it's a great character angle for her.
Yeah,
and the fact, like, she's walking around with 4 belts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this.
You're right this time, but you were wrong before. But no, yeah. But again, Momo is a legitimate maniac. Like, I also like the fact that they've introduced Billy Starks into that. I want Billy Starks to go into Ring of Honor and like defeat Athena, so we get Athena in AEW, like legit in AEW.
Yeah.
She's had that belt for what, 17 years now? Like,
yes, 17 and a half.
There's children in college who,
yes,
like, yeah. I want Athena in. I want a murder Athena in AEW in the women's title race because, oof, come on,
yeah,
who doesn't want that?
Yeah, I mean, I said this a couple weeks ago. I think if you'd put all that Athena stuff on regular weekly Dynamite TV, it would have got booed out of the building. Not because she's not awesome, but because after a while, it's like, all right, let's move on. This Billy Stark thing, I'm not with you, I'm with you, I'm not with you, I'm with you, and it's over and over and over. That people would never put up with that on the main roster, but it's hidden. No. It's hidden on Ring of Honor, so it's protected to some degree. You know what I mean? But I love Athena. I like Billy too. It's nothing against
Billy,
them. Yeah, it's just
it's just that I don't know who they want to take it off Athena.
Right.
It's literally there's no one left. They've painted themselves into a corner.
Yep.
And the only person that's left is Billy.
It's the Brock Lesnar problem in WWE when he was on that tear and nobody could beat him. And you're like, so you've thrown all your top guys at him, and then now what? Like,
now what do we do?
They're like, I don't know.
No, the Billy thing probably works, and then we just move Athena back up to AEW where she should have been anyway. But
yeah, I agree with that. Right. Let's move on, kids. Swerve Strickland versus Ricochet. Ricochet has found his calling as the smarmy, nerdy freaking heel.
Oh my God. Was it last week's Dynamite where you couldn't hear him talk?
Yeah.
Because the booing was so loud.
Yeah. It's working.
It was beautiful. Oh no, I hate him.
Yeah.
I love Ricochet, but I hate him.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's absolutely working. And Swerve, I don't see how Swerve could lose this. I don't think it would make any sense.
Oh, but you not see what's on the line.
Number one contendership.
Prince Nana's leaving. Prince Nana, I've took bullets for you, Swerve. I need you to get my robe back. I need you to reclaim my legacy. And if he can't do that, then why is Nana going to hang about?
Yeah.
You see? Ricochet said this week the robe's being put in for some repairs or alterations or something. Like, as much as I've put Swerve to win this because I want Swerve to win this because I want Swerve and Nana to stay together forever and drive around in a lovely old Cadillac solving rural crimes.
Yes,
Fernando. Yeah, I have a feeling that Ricochet is going to make Nana turn on Swerve. He's going to have like the robe over a vat of lava, or not that, obviously, because that's daft. But like
a vat of sharks, right?
Yeah, laser sharks.
Sharks.
Yeah. Bad-tempered, ill-tempered sea bass.
Yes.
But yeah, it's something like that, and he's going to have to. I don't know. It's really well written because like Swerve has lost twice, but both times he's never lost clean. Like Ricochet's never beaten him clean. There was a low blow, and then there was the belt. So like, neither of them have got anyone else around them to help. So it's so good. I want Swerve to win, but I also want Ricochet to win and steal Nana, because then Swerve's on his own. And then we get unhinged Swerve without anyone to talk him down from his stupid ideas. Like, and then him and Hangman just try and kill each other with like road flares or something. Like, just there's ways it can go, and I'm very excited for this. But I've gone for Swerve.
Yeah, same. And I'll be honest, I don't think him and Hangman need to touch each other for a while. I think they need to hold off as long as they can. I just don't.
Like I said, we're going to get the best of three between MJF and Hangman over the next couple of pay-per-views.
Yeah.
And Swerve can go. If Swerve wins this, he gets put into the title picture, which helps like a lot because, again, if we're getting a big refresh, then, I have theories about the main event. So yeah, but either one of them. I mean, if Ricochet wins this, then again, it's that thing. You need to strap a rocket to him and get him involved in that main picture scene, and have him going against Cope or Mox or whoever wins it.
Yeah.
Christian, Jay White,
too many.
Eddie
choices,
Kingston
maybe.
if he comes back.
Oh my! I forgot all about Eddie.
How dare you?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
how can you forget about the most handsome boy in the world?
well, not all about, but in terms of when he comes back, like him coming back against John is the way to go, right? I don't think there's any other way to do it.
No. But I still don't think he's fully cleared yet.
I don't think so.
No, but I'm going to be very excited. I'll be more excited than anything debuting in this. Because we could get a lot of stuff. Speedball Mike Bailey is probably debuting in this show as well.
I love Mike Bailey too.
I want him to just come out and just like, I don't know, let's say spin kick
Ricochet
into the sun. Yeah.
Him and Ricochet, that'd be a heck of a match. Have they fought before?
I think probably in. Ooh, now you're asking.
Be a good match.
It feels like they probably would have. Although saying that, Ricochet's been in WWE for so long.
Went from Lucha Underground straight to WWE with no stops, no TNA.
Prince Puma, no nothing in between. I don't know whether there is actually. No, I'm not an expert on this, but yeah, give me that. Just two lads flipping around, trying their best to kick each other's noggins in. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. We've also got we got 3 more matches here, kids. Timeless Tony Storm. This is probably the end of the line for her and Mariah May. Falls Count Anywhere match for AEW Women's World Championship. I said last September that Tony Storm was the best thing in wrestling, and I had people calling me out saying I was wrong. I was right then.
And you're right now.
Right now. Thank you.
You were right all along. Never doubt Tom. He's a wise man. Yeah.
This is great. I also, by the way, Joe, I said that promo she cut backstage with Renee there sitting down, I think it's her best promo in AEW so far.
The one this week?
Yes.
I genuinely watched that just before we started this, and literally the hairs.
Yeah,
on my arm.
Same. Yeah, for sure.
Just because it's the great thing of like Tony isn't bothered anymore.
Yep.
And Mariah is so desperate for affection.
It's true.
And it's a really good, like, whatever happened. It's not even what happened to Baby Jane. It's his own uniquely beautiful thing. And I hope it's not the end. I hope this is the end of it, and then we circle back round at some point, like in a while. But goddamn, Tony Storm, Mariah May, if this doesn't win all the awards at the made-up magazine wrestling awards, like, because it's wrestling, it doesn't matter. It's subjective, isn't it? You like what you like.
Sure.
Someone telling you what's best is inherently stupid.
Yes.
But this is great, though, and if you don't believe me, you're an idiot. But
when other people do it, it's wrong. But when I do it, it's fine.
No, but I'm an idiot. Like, I'm a legitimate dafty. Like, but this has just been, it's been one of those stories that has been so good to follow. Timeless Tony Storm has played an absolute blinder in this from the get-go. Like, it all was a bit daft at the start, weren't it?
Yeah.
Like, but then it's become this beautiful, why don't you love me? Why don't you want me?
Yeah.
And I think that resonates with a lot of people. And it's just a really good thing. Like Mariah May spitting in her face, then Tony just sitting there doing the rest of the interview with spit on her face.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I hope you live in mediocrity.
Oh, my God.
It's like, may you live in interesting times, isn't it? It's just so good, and she's so good, and both of them together. And I don't want it to ever end, but also I don't want it to outstay its welcome. So my one hope for this is that, like, Tony wins, and then they both turn to the hard cam and bow, and the lights go out, and that's it. And it's all been just this huge play.
Oh.
It's not going to, but...
Well, because they didn't bring anybody else in. They've only hurt each other. So it's not like they duped fellow women or anything. They didn't. They just, I mean, now Marina Shirakawa may have something to say about that, but Mina Shirakawa, yeah.
Shirakawa, yeah.
You know, I just, when she looks at her and she says, you'll be good, you'll never be great. They'll like you, but they'll never love you. I'm like, oh my God, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
This is like what my dad said to me when I was 7.
Yeah. Well, you know, people can be vicious.
Yeah.
People can be vicious.
It was like Mariah's desperate pleading for Tony's affection, and Tony is done with this now. She's like, I beat you with a roll up.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Which again people were annoyed about, but it's always been in Tony's arsenal. She's never not used it, you know what I mean? But I have a feeling this, as it's a false count anywhere, again, antics time. I've got a feeling we're going to fall into like a black and white room where like pianos are falling from the roof and stuff.
Right. Something wacky.
If it was COVID times, that would have happened. But yeah, unfortunately.
Well done. Hey, look, real quick, I submit in that last match, I think they ran out of time. I think the roll-up happened.
Felt a bit rushed, yeah.
Because you notice when she got the belt, got up on the corner to celebrate, they put the logo up, they're gone that quick.
Yeah, it felt.
So, yeah.
Yeah, which was, it's your women's main event in Australia.
Thank you.
And it's the one thing that anyone wanted to see, really, in that show. Yeah. No, I know.
I was one of the naysayers of Tony, but after the time I came around to liking her, I think the match should be in all black and white, and Tony should hit Mariah with one of those huge power things they used to have for makeup.
Puff. Yeah. Hello, nurse. Yeah.
That's wonderful. I'd be here for that. We've got 2 matches left here, kids. We've got Konosuke Takeshita with Dawn Callis versus Kenny Omega for the AEW International Championship. I don't know if I can say much about this because they're going to do it in the ring, and it's going to be a 12-star match and match candidate of the year. It's going to be freaking phenomenal. Can't wait.
As if it was in the Tokyo Dome. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Takeshita is an absolute menace of a boy.
He is.
And
that was my son. He just throws keys. Did you hear that? Smash!
I thought someone had just thrown a raccoon at you.
Well, it's the same thing.
and Kenny Omega is back, and he's, he doesn't appear to have missed a beat.
Not at all. Yeah.
No.
It's going to be great. I can't wait to see it. They're going to, and they trust each other, and the more you trust the guy you're working and like the guy you're working, the more you'll try some things, and because it's like, hey, I'm trusting you, you don't have to kill me. So I think we're going to see some crazy stuff in this match. Honestly,
I have got horrible suplexes in mind.
Yes.
Takeshita wrote his thesis, didn't he, on like the mechanics of suplexing?
Yes, he did. That's true. Yeah.
Which it turns out you can just get university degrees in anything nowadays.
Evidently.
Yeah. But also, I want to read that. I want to see his little drawings of people being suplexed from various angles.
He's got like diagrams, step by steps.
Like when you used to get those learn to do karate books when you were a kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Figure 1, figure 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, my theory with this is Takeshita's won the first 2.
Yeah, I think Kenny's winning this.
And Kenny's winning this, and then we get Kenny against Okada. And they unify the Continental and International belts.
I mean, I understand that would be the move, but I don't know why they would do it. Because the International title is a fun belt, Continental title. They have that tournament every year.
Yeah. I mean, they don't have to. But I mean, I'm always happy to see a belt defended. It makes the stakes so much higher.
Yeah,
and makes the match so much more exciting.
And plus, if you're international champion and continental champion, you get no days off. You're done. Because, one guy's supposedly defending around the world, one guy's defending the United States. So, it's just, you know what I mean? By virtue of what the belts are called anyway.
It doesn't say U.S. Continental Champ. It could be whatever continent you're on at the time you're defending.
Oh, my goodness. All right.
Yeah. Think about that. Goes to Antarctica, punches a seal. Yeah.
Hey. I'm all for Seal punching if they deserve it. Seal's got another place, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he's got a kiss from a rose.
Saying.
Jesus Christ.
Right?
That's bad. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
I know. I'm not. They can't all be gold. 1 out of 10's all right. Yeah. I just think that I don't know now because I've already said that. Like, if this is the start of like the downfall of Don Callis' family, then like his number one kiss boy Takeshita has to lose. But Kenny's not afraid to lose as well. Like, he realizes there's a bigger picture. Like, it's not all about that. And for someone to pin, and he does like Takeshita as a wrestler. He said on set, like, he's a big Takeshita boy.
Mm-hmm.
So for someone to pin Kenny Omega 3 times, that literally straps a rocket to Takeshita, doesn't it?
I mean, you know, that world title is so surrounded, but. And I said this on yesterday's show, the issue with having so many top tier world title level guys, if the circle around your world title has X number of dudes, but there's that many outside that circle, at some point that belt's got to start getting moved around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and you won't be able to move it around enough ever with the amount of talent they have without devaluing the title. Like, you give it to a guy for, all right, you're going to have 2 months, lose it. This guy's going to have 3 months, lose it. Yeah, but after a while, it's like, it doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah, I get, yeah.
It's tough.
I don't know. Yeah, the Continental International, I mean, I'm sad that we didn't get Orange holding it up just one more time so he could be the 3-time winner of it. But they might not do. It might be it gets defended again before then, and this is somewhere down the line. Like, it's not going to be the next show because that's way too rushed. But yeah, I mean the TBS. Oh, there's a point. Actually, the TBS championship isn't on the line here. That could be added in. Garcia.
The TNT.
Sorry, TNT. Garcia against. Oh, they had that the other week, didn't they? Against Cole. But yeah, I don't know. There is. I would be happy with them unifying the belts, but then also, yeah, I don't know. I'm just happy when people come out with belts. I'm a simple man.
I'm not one of those guys that's like there's too many belts. I respect that opinion, but I when you have that bulk of a roster, you got to have more than just tag belts and a world belt. You got to have more than that.
Just the trio belts. Do you know who holds them?
Right. Remind me.
It's the Death Riders.
That's right. They haven't dropped them yet.
No, it's not defended them yet. They won them. Pac is dead. Like, he's been left outside to dry out in the sun because a dry Pac is an ineffectual Pac. He must be kept moist at all times.
He's a wet vampire.
Grass. Yeah, he's a wet vampire. I like that. Claudio's dead. Yuta is, when we get into the next match, I think Yuta's going to play a role in that.
Yeah, well, let's get into it. John Moxley defending the AEW World Championship against Cope. Cope tells him, I'm going to take them all out. And then he gets to the last dude and shakes his hand and says, hey, this is respect, pal. And I'm like, weren't you supposed to kill that guy so you got a better chance on Sunday?
No, but Yuta's always been the whipping boy. He's always, even with Danielson, he was always the whipping boy. He was always the young boy. He was the one that was and it's a smart move to try and get them on side. Like, to me it makes sense. Like, he's killed Claudio. Claudio's an established menace. Pac is the dampest menace in wrestling.
Yes.
Like, Marina Shafir is there. Yuta is a. Let's actually have the last mid-card match. Yeah, I guess. But Yuta is the youngest one there. He was stolen away from the best friends. And I don't think he's happy there. Like, because why would you want to go into work every day and get your ass handed to you? Like, and I think that it shows that you can't just bully people into accepting your beliefs. You have to show kindness and respect and all of these things. I'm not saying that's a metaphor for what's happening in the world.
I was gonna say we don't do it in this country like that anymore.
No. You just try and scrap the Enola Gay because it has the word gay in it, because that's how your algorithms work.
It's true.
Legitimately happened today, boys and girls. But yes. But no, I think my theories for this is that Cope wins. Like, it's a tremendous match. Like,
yes,
because Cope's looked really good as well recently.
Yeah, he does.
Since he's come back.
And they're going to crush it. I mean, John's a professional, and all the criticism that we have leveled against the Death Rider stuff. I there have been limited number of times, Joe, at least for myself, where I've criticized something and it's legitimately been about the performer. It's hardly ever about the performer. You know what I mean?
No,
it's about the storyline.
People that are involved. It's the fact is that they're supposed to be Death Riders. They are riders of death.
Yes.
Put a little saddle on Death and ride him down to the shop to get some biscuits, cookies, whatever. Right?
Yes.
And yet, last week when Claudio and Marina Shafir were getting their heads smashed in with chairs, Mox was stood in the crowd going, "Oh, what am I doing? Oh, what am I doing?" He should have been getting in there and getting involved if he's a rider of death. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. If they're supposed to be there to make changes, and yet as soon as you get hit in the head with a chair a bit, that's it. That's you done.
Yeah.
No, cowards.
Yeah, well, they're heels. Heels are cowards. That's the thing. No, you're not.
The way that Mox presented it was he was here to make changes and they're going to do this, that, and the other. And it's only when they had the overwhelming numbers, and I get it, like Cope's picking them off one by one, except he's not picking them off one by one because they all swarmed the ring and then the rest of them just ran off and left one person in the ring. It just doesn't resonate with me. Sorry.
And that's the problem with silly pro wrestling. That stuff works in movies where it's like what you said, and what you said makes sense. But in silly pro wrestling, the heel has got to be the coward. The heel will always back down from a fight. The heel will always be the one to say, "We're going to fight, but not this week. We fight on my time." Baby faces never say that. Baby faces are like, "I'm ready right now. Let's go," because the fans want it right now. The heel's like, "You know what? On my time." Then you're a heel, and heels are cowards. That's what they do.
That's the great blending bit of MJF and Hangman, though. Like,
it's true.
Yeah, you see, it's a great top. But yeah, I have Cope winning this.
I think it's time, honestly.
I think it's time because Mox has done nothing. We haven't seen the belt in ages as well.
Yeah.
I think he's had that down a pawn shop or somewhere to buy more sandwiches.
You know what I think would be fun is when they take the belt out of the bag if something's different. Oh my God, I just had a brain aneurysm.
Ooh, go on.
What if I'm not saying Shane McMahon, don't get me wrong.
No.
But what if there's something about that belt that leaves you going, "Oh," and then that's the way they cut it off?
What, it spins?
I don't know. I don't know what it would be, but I think it has to be something more than he spray painted it. I don't think it's that.
No,
I think it has to be something different.
I don't think it ends there. I honestly don't think it ends there. I think Cope wins it. I think Christian comes down.
There you go. Yeah.
Christian's got a contract still. But Switchblade Jay White has said he's 100% behind Cope winning that belt. He takes out... Christian hasn't signed his contract. Switchblade takes the contract off him, comes down. Cope's like, "Cheers, pal. Thanks for that. Well done."
Drops him.
Turns his back on Switchblade Jay White. Switchblade Jay White's muscle memory kicks in. He does a betray. He can't help himself.
He
It's
can't.
just what he knows.
Yeah.
It's all he knows. It's just betrayal.
It's the fable of the, what is it, the scorpion on the back of the
Scorpion and
turtle.
the frog. Yeah.
Yeah, the frog. Yeah, it's my nature. Yeah.
It's just my nature. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he can't help it. Christian loses. But I also, mixing that in there, Yuta possibly eats a Blade Runner. Josh Alexander could appear. He is free. Yep.
And honestly, I think he fit in with the Death Riders. Honestly. Because the idea is we're prepping the next generation and we're trying to make change, and this guy is one of us. He is
not the next generation.
No. But he's a veteran that can. You know what I mean?
Okay,
he can scrap on the mat.
I think my ultimate theory is that Yuta eats the Blade Rider the Blade Runner to protect Cope
Mm-hmm.
because he showed him a modicum of friendship, a modicum of,
Mm.
you know, what the world could be like if you weren't stuck with absolute bumholes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good theory. I don't know if I say so myself. I have a feeling that this will descend into one of those chaos endings where just people keep getting debuted.
Yes. Well, kids, that's it for us. Open floor. We got 5 minutes. Make it count.
All right, come on.
Make it count. Make it something good.
With your best shot.
Yep. Yeah, make it good. I'm looking forward to this. I've
booked a Monday off work because for some reason they've started putting them on Sundays again. And I don't like that.
I hate that too.
Oh, I know. But I booked the Monday off because I really like
Ray waiting. Look at Ray had that thing loaded up for a week.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of text to read.
I'll do it. 50 Cent or Fabulous. I have to go 50 Cent on that for me.
I don't know what this is. I don't know.
Rappers, man, come on.
I'm
part
not
two,
a rapping man. Look at me. I'm a pasty middle-aged white man from Britain.
Part two, Naughty by Nature, Eric B. and Rakim. I'll always have to go Eric B. and Rakim.
Eric B. and Rakim. Yeah, I know them. Yeah.
And if Adam Cole invited you to the grand opening of the Adam Cole Really Cool Jacuzzi store, is that the name of it? And said you can have a free jacuzzi any color and any size with free maintenance for life, what kind would you get? I don't know about jacuzzi models.
No, also, I don't like the idea. There's so much maintenance to just sit in your own filth.
Men only like jacuzzis for one reason and never get to use them for that reason. That's it, bottom line. Women like to enjoy the jacuzzi because it's an jacuzzi. It's for my muscles and my back. Men want to use the jacuzzi for one reason and can't. Unless you...
Is it Jenga?
It's Jenga. You got it.
It's a dangerous place to play Jenga. All the bricks will get soggy.
It's fair. And instead, you could give one to a friend. Would you please call me? Sure, later one to get dinner, which included barbecue chicken, french fries, slice of apple pie. Could I join as well? Absolutely,
Whoa.
Ray.
Is barbecue chicken french fries just barbecue chicken on some french fries? Because I'm 100% on board. Put a bit of grated mature cheddar cheese on top of that.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, boy.
Now you're talking.
I was saddened that I found out that American, you have very poor cheese access.
We've got cheese, man. We got some cheese.
No, I know, but you don't have the range that we do. Like, well, I'm not taking that away from you.
I don't know that. What if Cope wins and then Jay gets dumped with blood? A wink, wink to Cope.
Oh man, if Cope comes up to a circle of fire, yeah,
that'd be wonderful.
Oh, this is good days. Like I said, it's wild time.
Where do you rank Cena's heel turn among the most shocking ever?
It was fine. I can't. As soon as he didn't leave the elimination chamber, I was like, Cena's gonna do a turn here. Because I've watched enough wrestling as an adult to know that if someone's hanging about, they're hanging about for a reason.
Yeah, they don't just hang out to talk.
Yeah, I know, and that's just me being a cynical old man. I know, but
well, look. Here's what I'll say real quick. People are entitled to their own opinions. You can believe and like whatever you want. Those people talking about this is the biggest thing since Hogan. Stop. This is not the biggest thing since Hogan.
No.
This is not. It doesn't overshadow Hogan. This is not the same thing. Cena's not going to wrestle for another 5-10 years. This is a guy who they wanted to do something wild at the end of his run. He can always take it back later, and people will love him for it, and it'll be fine. But people forget, Joe, that night Hogan turned, no one told that crowd, throw garbage in the ring. They did it of their own accord. That's how upset they were. Like,
I know. Oh, I know. Well, I think we're all better people now.
Well, one can hope.
Also, if I was given the opportunity to throw actual trash at Hulk Hogan, I would take that with an abundance.
Oh, man.
I would buy tickets. I would pay a booking fee for that.
I would order fresh nachos just so they had the weight where they could make it to the ring.
I would say I'm buying fresh nachos, and then I'd sneak some dog tods in there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Like, I get it, but the world has moved on. The world isn't WCW in the 1990s. Like,
it's true.
It's different now. The Cena turn, it's great. I love it. It's like Tom said, it's Cena ending his career with something that he's never really done. They've tried it, they've poked at it before, but if it's him and The Rock doing like basically McMahon and Stone Cold corporate sort of stuff, I'm kind of on board for it.
Yeah,
like
we'll see.
It'll be fun if nothing else. Like The Rock is an unhinged maniac. Like the fact that he brought a belt that had Dusty's death day on it as a gift, like that's not a normal boy gift, is it? Like
Not at all.
Kinder Egg, Ferrero Rocher, something like that, you know. But
yeah,
I quite like this. I like Cena as a heel. It's got a couple of people who haven't watched wrestling in a while back into it since they found out.
There you go.
That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Robbie says WWE's
explain all the back. Sorry, go on.
No, you're right. No, I know where you're going with that. WWE is bringing the pay-per-view Evolution back. That was all women's. Do you think it's time again to resurrect it? I think I'm not saying it's too late, but what was the problem? Why didn't they just bring it back? Why wasn't it an annual event?
NXT women in there. There's 1,000 NXT women, and they're all tremendous, and they should all be given pay-per-view stuff. Like, and WWE doing not 205 Live, but another like low-end one where it's all NXT trainees. They're giving them a show on YouTube. Right. If you're doing that, then here you go. Put them on Evolution. Put them if you're doing this stuff, do it for a reason.
Always do things for a reason. Fernando, we'll end with you because you were very active today. I appreciate you. What are your thoughts on the report that Rock wanted Cody to turn originally, but Cody vetoed it? Was right. It was absolutely the right decision. Cody has no business turning heel. Absolutely no business.
If Cody had come out with his hair dyed black, I'd be like, he's a heel.
Sure.
If Cody comes out with his hair dyed blonde, nah, he's a face. That's how my brain works.
Cody was right to veto the thing from last time. Cody was right to veto this. Cody's a very smart guy. Joe, I don't think, and honestly, I don't know the guy, but I don't think Cody's motivation is, it's all about me. I think he's just smart. He knows this is not the right move. You know what I mean?
There will be a day when Cody turns, right? And it will be the best thing ever. And I will laugh into a bowler hat because I'm so happy, right?
That's some serious laughter.
Yeah, no, it will echo through the ages. But no, genuinely, like this isn't it. This isn't it. Cody's got his own demon. He's fighting his parents' demons in a way. Like this isn't his fight. He's just like the time will come and it will be great.
It'll be great.
He's never like there was a moment when they tried to push him as a heel in AEW. And it was quickly kiboshed because he can't do it. It's a weird thing. You know, like I said before, like working heel is the easiest angle for a wrestler. Cody can't do it. He's just so eat your vitamins, say your prayers.
I can't say it's easier, but being heel has you can screw up more. If you trip and fall.
No.
Like if you trip and fall, you're fine. Because it's okay for a heel. Because you can always get up and blame the fans for it. But as a face,
no.
You got to slap the high five. You got to smile. You got to be in a good mood. You got to be clapping hands. You got to be, come on, guys, get behind me.
Yeah.
It's harder work, I think, for sure.
I don't know why.
I don't think being a heel is harder than being a face, in my opinion.
I have no frame of reference other than the people I've spoken to. But yes, but no, there will be a time will come when Cody turns and. I genuinely hope they do it in as such shocking a way as they did at Elimination Chamber.
I agree.
That was supposed to be mid-match. That was supposed to be mid-card was the meeting, and it got pulled and nobody knew about it. And it was like when the Hardys debuted at Mania, came back at Mania, like stuff like that. I fucking love. Sorry to swear.
Watch it.
I love that. I know, I did cover my mouth, so literally won't get it. But I love that stuff because that's what makes wrestling exciting. It's supposed to be shocks, and do you like shocks and surprises? Yeah, it's supposed to be that.
Yeah, for sure. You're right. Well, kids,
make a phone call.
We got to get out of here. I got to hit the road. Joe, hit them with the deets of where they can find you on the internets.
You can find me at Hallmark of Greatness if you want to listen to me and my friends talking about the British reality TV show Castaway 2000, which we're doing at the moment, which is 34 people put on a abandoned Scottish island and left to fend for themselves for a year. Imagine that.
I was going to say they were left to defend themselves against wild badgers. That's what I was hoping.
There's nothing on the island. There's like some clams or something, but I don't think they're very mobile. But yeah, we're doing that at the moment. We're doing a full series of that because we love it. You can catch me on Dammit Vacant, which is a weekly wrestling show that does reviews, news, and happy this Tuesday. Happy St. Skinner's Day to everyone.
Ah, there you go.
If you're not aware of Skinner's Day, it's the day we celebrate Ian Skinner. We leave a meatball and a can of Diet Coke at the foot of the chimney in the hope that Papa Skinner will come down and bring us Rugrats, the movie, on DVD.
Does it work out? Does it work?
It's the first year we've done it, so I don't know.
Okay, well, there you go. Well, good luck to you. I hope it works out. So, Joe, thanks for jumping on, man. I appreciate you.
Oh, no, I love you, man. It's been so long.
Same, brother. All right. There you go, kids. Joe Higgens there on the show. Thanks much to Joe for hanging out. Folks, as I said, got a heart out, got a roll. Do me a favor, kids. Everybody have a great weekend. Remember to follow the show wherever you can. All the podcast links are available on boinkstudios.com, as is Joe's links and everybody I podcast with. Remember to check out boinkstudios.com, BOINK, boinkstudios.com, and also catch my writing on slashgear.com. And that's it for me, kids. I appreciate you very much. Everybody have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week, barring any unforeseen circumstances. But in the meantime, thanks again for watching, folks. Remember to leave a review of the pod and visit boinkstudios.com. That's all I got. Thanks, folks. We'll see you next time.